So in the last video, we went through the how to set up the settings on a listing for the Creepy Hollows marketplace, for selling on the Creepy Hollows marketplace. So once everything checks out and you're sure it's all correct, then you can click on next step. And that should take you to step 5, which is shipping and payment. And over here you set up the shipping and payment details. You can have the buyer pay for shipping expenses, or you can pay for shipping expenses yourself. So whichever one you want, go ahead and select the radio button in front of the option. Then you can specify whether or not you ship internationally. So if you are willing to ship internationally, you can tick that box. If you are not willing to ship internationally, then don't tick that box. And if you want the buyer to pay for shipping expenses, then you should let them know how much the shipping will cost by specifying a postage amount over here in this box. So let's say it might cost $10 for shipping. Then you put that over here. Insurance cost, if any. If you want to specify, if you want to require insurance for your for shipping, then you can specify the amount over here. If shipping is free, or if you don't want to charge for these, you can just leave it blank. And then next you have this box over here where you can type in more information about shipping and payment. Over here you can put in information about how long shipping might take, any information about payment. Let's say you only accept PayPal. You might want to put in here as well that you accept PayPal only, so you type that over here. So any additional information about shipping and payment details for your listing, you type it in this box over here. And then you have your shipping method. You pick the method of shipping that you're going to use for shipping your item. Next up you have the direct payment section. And over here you have PayPal, WorldPay, and Moneybookers as possible direct payment options. So this is how you're going to accept money from your buyer. If you don't have these set up in your account, you won't be able to use them to accept payment. So if you don't have them set up, you want to head over to personal information over here and head over to the direct payment section, where you should be able to put in your PayPal or WorldPay or Moneybookers payment details. And once you have them set up, then you're free to tick the corresponding boxes if you want to use them as direct payment methods. Now I haven't set up WorldPay or Moneybookers, so if I want to tick them, you'll notice that's not possible. I only have PayPal set up, so I can only tick PayPal. And I recommend you stick with PayPal at least, because generally that's what most people are using. But if you want to use WorldPay or Moneybookers, that's up to you. And then you have the offline payment section, and this is if you want to accept American Express, MasterCard, or Visa, which I think is already possible with PayPal. But if you want to accept offline payment without going through PayPal, then you can use these options over here by ticking the corresponding boxes. But bear in mind that these payment methods will have to be handled offline. So if you want to do that, then you can tick the corresponding boxes. And if everything's alright, there aren't any mistakes, then you can click on next step. Oops, let's try that again. Once you click on next step, you should be taken to a preview of your item. Let's try that again. Right, and here we are at the next step, the preview. So we're almost done now. Over here, you'll be able to take another look at what your listing looks like. All the options that you set, you'll be able to see if you did them correctly, if they turned out the way you wanted them to. You'll be able to see your description, your the payment method you accept, the shipping, any pictures you put up, and if everything here checks out, then you can head over here, down here, to the terms and conditions. If there are any auction fees, you should see them over here where it says auction fees. You'll be able to see how much it'll cost you to list this item, if there are any. But there aren't any auction fees, so I can skip that and head over here to the terms and conditions. And once I've read that and I agree to it, then I can go ahead and list the item right now. I also have the option of saving as a draft. What that does is, if I'm not ready to list my item right now, if I want to list it later, I want to work on it some more, I can always save it as a draft by clicking this option. And what'll happen is my listing will be put in here in the draft section, and I can head over there later on and edit it if I want to before I list it. If there's anything that doesn't check out, if there's something wrong, you can always click on previous step and head back to the previous steps to change whatever is wrong. And that's how you list an item for sale on the Creepy Hollows marketplace.